Hello there. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you like and subscribe. In one of my previous videos, I had my buddy Big Leon, who I did time with, and talked about his success after incarceration. And I'm going to introduce you to another friend of mine that I met while I was incarcerated, Big Blue. And we're going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you too much more. I'm going to just get Blue on the phone and introduce you to Blue. So he could tell you how he's doing after incarceration.
Thanks for stopping, man.
Blue.
Yes, sir.
Blue, I got you on YouTube right now, so you're not live, but I'm going to post this later and everybody's going to hear you, all right?
All right, no problem. I'm just on the phone with my mom. I told her you was calling me. She told me to tell you she said hello.
How's mom doing?
She's all right. She's all right right now. She on the BJ's.
Okay. So to my listeners, let me I'll give you a quick introduction. Blue and I met. I think Blue, we were in Mid-Orange, right?
Mid-State and then Mid-Orange.
That's right, Mid-State first and then Mid-Orange. One thing I particularly remember, one of my conversations with Blue. Blue, how old are you now?
44.
See, Blue's 44. I'm in my 50s. I'm a little older than him. I remember sitting in the room with Blue, and I remember him telling me that when he got home, he couldn't wait to sell weed. That he was gonna. Yep, I remember Blue.
Yo, we can say that.
Yeah,
right.
Blue was telling me that he was gonna blow up, and he can't wait to go home. And I remember preaching to him because I was already in a mind frame where I had realized that any negative life was going to cause a lot of destruction. And I remember telling him that, you can't go home and take part of that. You have to live a normal life. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of pain involved if you go home back into the negative lifestyle. And so Blue Blue did not go home to get into the drug game. He did not go home and get into negative lifestyle. I'm going to let him, I know you, what year did you get released?
January 22nd, 2010.
2010?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been home a minute now, and Blue has 2 children. 3 children. He's in the union.
Well, working for the city now. I was in the union. I came home. I was personal trainer in the gym. Then I left personal training. I got into plumbing. Did that for about a couple of years. After plumbing, I decided to open up my own gym studio. So I went back into personal training. While doing that, I was thinking about what's my next move. I looked into being a physical therapist. I thought about that. Along the way of doing that, I ended up taking classes for EMT because I like to help people. And then I ended up getting a job working for the city. I worked for New York City Housing Authority. I was cleaning buildings and stuff like that. And I said, there's got to be a better way. The gym that I was doing, it kind of went slow, so I had to make another move. So I started working with the city. I wasn't making that much, but it was, it was something that was keeping me focused and out of trouble. And one day I'm cleaning, I'm raking the leaves, and getting rid of the leaves that have fallen. And I was on the phone with my friend, and I was like, there's got to be a better way. And he was working in the union. He's a truck driver for the Teamsters. And I asked him, I said, can you get me in? And he says, he's still quiet on the phone. And he says, yeah, I can get you in. And I said, full union book? And he says, yeah, I can get you in. He says, but once I get you in, you're on your own after that. So I said, let's do it. And he got me in. And I was on my own after that. But I did really well. Really, really well. I did a big building. One of my last jobs. I did did one Vanderbilt over on 42nd Street. I was there about like 5-6 years. Was an A-man on the job. New construction. After that, they made me a foreman. I had a job in Brooklyn. I had about like 23 guys under me. Along that, I was killing myself a lot, working a lot of hours, and I said there has to be a better way. And one of my friends put me back on with the city, but skilled trades. And I took a civil service exam. I passed it.
And that's what got you into the housing authority?
Yeah, and I came back to housing. I started in housing as a caretaker, cleaning buildings. Now I came back doing, repairs and stuff like that. So everything that I learned on the outside, I brought back with me on the inside.
So how long have you been with the housing authority now?
I started again in 2022.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, if you don't mind saying. What were you doing your bid for, and how long was your bid? Just a quick. What was it? A drug charge? Was it a violence charge? What was your charge?
It was a violent charge.
Okay. An assault charge?
Yeah, I hit someone in the head with a bat.
Okay, and what did you get sentenced to?
7 years.
And you served the 7 years?
Yes.
And was that your first time in the prison system?
Yes, it was.
Was it your only time ever in there? Did you ever go back?
No, I have not went back at all.
Right. So my point that I'm making, ladies and gentlemen, is that Blue made a mistake when he was young. How old were you when you were arrested?
That was April 2003. So I was just turned 22 years old.
So Blue was 22 years old. He gets arrested for an assault charge. Whatever, he had a beef with someone. He gets arrested for the assault charge. He gets sentenced to 7 years. He goes into prison. He does the 7 years. While he was in prison, he was pretty damn focused. I remember him going for his asbestos license so he can do asbestos removal. He was working in asbestos removal. He actually took a very long course inside of prison, which enabled him to get licensed. And then he came home. Were you on parole when you came home?
Yeah, I was on parole. They gave me, it was originally supposed to be 5 years post-release, but it wasn't on my sentence and commitment papers. So when I went back down to court,
yes,
the judge said she has to give me something due to the nature of my crime. So
all right, so you had a little parole.
Yes, I argued and she gave me the minimum, which was 2.5. So I did 2.5.
So since Blue has been home, he's worked in stable employment. He's even had, as he explained, he had created his own business for a little while. Now he's working for New York State. He's doing very good. Blue doesn't do any drugs. He's always kept himself physically fit. He's very good. He takes care of his children. His children have come by here by the house several times where he tries to beat me in ping pong, but he has.
I still can't.
He has a hard time beating me in ping pong, So, I try and explain to my viewers how the reality of prison is, since you get a lot of people that glorify it, Blue, about how depressing it is in there, how just like soul wrenching it is inside of the prison system, and trying, of course, persuade, the youngsters from going in there and making any bad decisions, any bad choices. So I wanted to call you and just to let those know, because so many people, there are a majority of people that say once a prisoner, always a prisoner, and everyone in prison is a piece of shit. And then, there's a lot of people that think like that. And I try and show them that there's men that come home and do the right thing. And I do think that it is the minority. It's not the majority. There is because the recidivism rate is so big. I mean, that's proof that many people don't learn. That's a fact. And, but it is possible with determination, what do you remember, Blue, about if you had to explain, our relationship or meeting me in prison, what would you say?
Man, you're one of a kind. You really are. You're one of a kind. You have a really big heart. You love the kid. You still have that youth in you. You know, one thing, when you put your mind to something, you do it, you tackle it. There's no stopping you. Everything that you was gonna.
Sorry, I lost you for a minute.
Yeah, everything that you said that you wanted to do, you're gonna do it. You always spoke highly about your family. You're amazing ping pong player. You're the only person I can't beat. I play handball with you. You're a very good handball player. Also, all around, man.
I put a video up. I put a video up about my handball. I tried to tell the people I was the handball master.
Yeah, yes you were. Yes you were. You play hard, man. You play real hard.
I'm too old now.
Yeah, nah, you can move on them courts, man. You really move on those courts.
You know, if you had to explain your feeling of being trapped in prison, you know, briefly, what would you have to say about the emotions involved? You know, I want you to remember, I'll give you an idea to help refresh your memory on what it felt like to be locked away from your child or to be locked away from your mother. What did that feel like?
Oh, man, that hurts. You know, decisions that we make, you know, it affects us, but it really affects the ones that care and love us. You know, I remember, I watched my oldest son grow up on the visiting floor. I missed, I missed his first steps. I missed everything. I watched him walk while on the visiting floor. I remember him saying that he didn't want to leave. You know, I want to stay with Dad. I want to stay with Dad. There were times when it was time to leave. I just wanted to spend the night with my dad. I remember my mom. You know, I feel bad a lot because I kind of blame myself. You know, I never really tell her, but I feel like I put a lot of stress on her going through that situation because she's a loving, caring mom, so she always want to make sure I'm okay and, you know, make sure I eat and everything. And
your mom is 100% what, Puerto Rican, Blue? Yeah, Blue's Puerto Rican. Handsome motherfucker too. So you're lucky his face isn't on the video. Blue's in some great shape. The ladies are chasing him around the Bronx. That's where Blue is from, the Bronx. You got to be careful with him.
And I remember my mom would come on visit, and when they would say it's time to leave, my mom couldn't leave. She would stay sitting down.
Yeah.
And she would say, I can't leave. And I would tell my mom, Ma, you have to go. Like, it's okay. I'm like, Ma, you're hurting me. And she just couldn't leave the thought of leaving her son. You know, and I remember those things, man, and it hurts. It hurts a lot.
I know. Blue, we're home. You know, you're home. You're doing great. And I you know, what I hate to say is, like, what I explain to people on my channel, Blue, is that when you're in prison, you're powerless, you're helpless, you're hopeless, and once you receive that back in the free world, you realize how important those things are, you know. And on my channel, I tell them that I don't take anybody's side, you know, and I say I wasn't a prisoner. I was a man that was trapped in prison, you know. And so my channel isn't about taking sides and saying that all the officers were bad or all the prisoners were good. And I try and talk about situations for what they are, for fact, you know. And so the fact is that Blue is one of the individuals that made it home, did the right thing, lives the right way, has a good job, takes care of his children, and there's guys like that out there. So not all prisoners should be viewed in a negative light. And that is, I would say, the point of this video, that there are some of us that come home and do the right thing and live the right way, you know, and we're supposed to look at people for the individual that they are, you know, and that's all I try and do. Yo, I hope you I'm going to cut us off in a minute, Blue. I hope you get back out here soon. You hear me?
No, definitely. I'll be over there. You know, I'll come see you at least once, twice a year. I definitely make my way. Just to answer one of your questions, but one of the feelings that I felt when I was in there,
Yeah,
it's very it's lonely. You know, it's emotionally, you know, it's an emotional roller coaster ride. You know, um, you just gotta be strong, and you know, just gotta, stay focused, stay focused. You know, and when you're there, when you come out, you just appreciate the little things, whether it's just taking a walk to the store, whether it's the little things that we sometimes take for granted, and now that we're back out here now, we stay out here, and definitely people, places, and things, um, and we're blessed. We have a strong support team, and we just continue moving forward.
I love you, brother.
I love you more, man.
All right, I'll talk.
You played, real quick, you played also a big role along my journey in there too, because you always was someone that I was able to talk to and I would listen to. And I remember you, talking to the youth, to the kids that would come in, and you were like a role model for me.
Thank you.
I want to let you know that, and you still are.
Thank you, partner. I mean it, brother. I got nothing but love for you.
Same here, man.
All right, I'll talk with you soon, partner.
All right, you got it.
Bye, buddy. Bye.
Bye.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was my buddy Blue, man. Blue is doing good. Blue is in the housing authority. Blue is taking care of his 3 kids. Blue is living in his own apartment. And that's the reason why I stayed in touch with him. That's the reason why he's a part of my life and I'm a part of his, because he was one of the handful of individuals in there that I saw made or had a sincere understanding of the fact that he needed to live a different type of life. And as I said in the beginning of the video, I remember him telling me he was going home to deal drugs and he was going to do this, and Blue's from a dangerous section of the Bronx. And I put all my effort into telling him that's not the way to live, man. And you can go home and be happy. It takes hard work. He's doing great, man. And I'm really happy that he's doing great. And I just wanted you guys to see that there are some guys that go home and do the right thing, man. I won't say it's the majority, but I'm trying to introduce you to a few that did it the right way. Right? Take care.